USS Ronald Reagan, CVN 76, 97,000 tons of American naval power, steaming through international waters with her entire strike group, 5,247 sailors and airmen aboard, Carrier Air Wing 5 with 64 aircraft on deck, 2 Ticonderoga-class cruisers, 4 Arleigh Burke destroyers forming defensive perimeter, routine freedom of navigation operation, standard patrol. Then, at 11:51 a.m., everything changed. Chinese Eastern Theater Command launched Operation Red Trident from 3 locations simultaneously. 12 DF, 21D anti-ship ballistic missiles fired from mobile launchers in Fujian province. 8 YJ, 18 supersonic cruise missiles launched from Type 055 destroyers 89 nautical miles northwest. For submarines converging beneath the surface, Beijing's plan was simple: overwhelm American defenses, cripple the carrier, force evacuation, humiliate the United States Navy in broad daylight where the entire world could watch. This is that story. But Beijing made 7 catastrophic mistakes. First, they believed surprise would give them the advantage. Instead, American early warning satellites detected the DF 21D launches 4.3 seconds after ignition. Second, they assumed the strike group was isolated. USS Seawolf, SSN-21, the most advanced attack submarine ever built, was tracking every Chinese vessel within 200 miles. Third, they thought 12 ballistic missiles would saturate defenses. Ronald Reagan's escort ships carried 487 SM, 2 SM, 3 and SM-6 interceptors. Fourth, they calculated YJ, 18 sea skimmers would penetrate below radar coverage. And /Spy, 1D radar systems detected them at 94 nautical miles. Fifth, Chinese submarines operated noisier than anticipated. Sonar operators identified all 4 Type 093 boats within 11 minutes of missile launch. Sixth, Beijing assumed American rules of engagement would delay response. The president authorized full defensive measures at 11:52 a.m., 68 seconds after first missile detection. Seventh, they never expected what came next. At 11:53 a.m., USS Lake Champlain unleashed the first salvo. 16 SM, 3 Block IIA interceptors launched in 41 seconds. Vertical launch cells opening in rapid succession, missiles erupting skyward, trailing white exhaust plumes clearly visible against blue sky. Targeting DF, 21D ballistic missiles in mid-course phase, 347 miles altitude. Kinetic kill vehicles deployed. 9 DF, 21 DS destroyed above atmosphere. 3 more intercepted by SM. 6 missiles during terminal phase. Final DF, 21D eliminated by Sea Sparrow Point defense at 8.7 miles from carrier. 0 hits. 0 damage. Total defensive success. What happened in the next 18 minutes became the most devastating counterstrike in modern naval warfare. USS Port Royal and USS Chaffee engaged a YJ 18 cruise missiles simultaneously. 32 SM, 2 Block IIHC interceptors launched. Advanced guidance systems locked onto sea-skimming targets. Chinese missiles traveling at Mach 2.9, 47 feet above wave tops. American interceptors faster. 7 YJ-18s obliterated at 52 nautical miles. Final cruise missile destroyed at 11.3 miles by close-in weapon system. 4,500 rounds per minute tearing through supersonic target. The cruise missile threat eliminated in 4 minutes 37 seconds. Then the American response came. At 11:58 a.m., USS Ronald Reagan turned into the wind. Flight deck erupted with coordinated launch operations. 8F divided by -18E Super Hornets airborne in 3 minutes. Each aircraft carrying 4 AGM-88E advanced anti-radiation missiles, 2 AGM-158C long-range anti-ship missiles, full air-to-air loadout. Mission parameters transmitted from Carrier Combat Information Center. Target data downloaded. Chinese Surface Action Group bearing 312 degrees, 89 nautical miles, steaming at 28 knots. Weapons free. Super Hornets accelerated to Mach 1.4, flying in perfect visibility. Afternoon sun illuminating their contrails. At 12:04 p.m., they released 32 AGM-88E missiles targeting Chinese warship radar systems. Missiles dug toward Type 055 destroyers at Mach 2.3. Chinese crews had 11 seconds warning. Not enough time. Type 055 Nanchang's phase array radar destroyed. Type 055 Lesa's fire control systems obliterated. Defensive coordination shattered. Then the RASMs came. 16 AGM-158C missiles, autonomous targeting. See skimming approach, terminal pop-up maneuver, flying below radar horizon until final attack phase. Type 055 Nanchang hit by 4 missiles simultaneously. 2,100-pound warheads detonating against superstructure. Massive explosions clearly visible from 40 miles. Secondary detonations as vertical launch cells cooked off. Ship listing 23 degrees, fire-consuming forward section. Type 055 Lesa struck by 3 RASMs. Bridge destroyed. Communications eliminated. Fire spreading uncontrollably. This is what happens when you attack an American carrier strike group. While Chinese surface vessels burned, USS Seawolf prosecuted the submarine threat. At 12:07 p.m., Seawolf achieved firing solution on Type 093, submarine designated Sierra 2. Range, 8,743 yards. Bearing, 187 degrees. Depth, 427 feet. 2 Mk-48 ADCAP torpedoes launched. Advanced guidance, 55 knot speed, active-passive homing. Chinese submarine attempted evasion. Deployed noisemakers. Executed emergency deep maneuver. Useless. First Mk-48 detonated beneath keel at 12:11 p.m. 650-pound high-explosive warhead breaking submarine spine. Second torpedo struck amidships. Type 093 imploded at 1,243 feet depth. 113 Chinese sailors killed instantly. Debris scattered across ocean floor. 3 more Chinese submarines hunted simultaneously. USS Connecticut SSN-22 eliminated Sierra 3 at 12:14 p.m. USS Jimmy Carter SSN-23 destroyed Sierra 4 at 12:16 p.m. P-8A Poseidon Maritime Patrol aircraft dropped Mk-54 lightweight torpedo, eliminating Sierra 1 attempting shallow water escape at 12:18 p.m. Never threatened American sailors. At 12:21 p.m., the airstrike package reached Chinese mobile missile launchers. Fujian Province, Yong'an County, DF. 21D launch sites clearly visible in daylight. 12 mobile launchers dispersed across 47 square miles. Transporter erector launchers attempting to relocate. Too late. F. 35C Lightning II fighters from USS Carl Vinson, operating 243 nautical miles east, already inbound. Stealth aircraft invisible to Chinese air defense radar. Target data shared via Link 16. 8F 35CS released 32 GBU. 53 Stormbreaker precision-guided bombs from 40 miles. Range. Small diameter bombs, massive impact. GPS and millimeter wave radar guidance. Bombs maneuvering independently, selecting individual targets. DF, 21D launch and number 1 destroyed. Number 2 obliterated. Number 3 through 12 eliminated within 97 seconds. Chinese mobile missile threat annihilated. Launch vehicles burning. Explosions echoing across valley. Smoke plumes visible from space. Beijing watching the premier anti-carrier capability disintegrate in broad daylight. The counterstrike wasn't finished. At 12:29 p.m., 18B, 1B Lancer bombers appeared over East China Sea, operating from Andersen Air Force Base, Guam, 1,847 miles distant. Each bomber carrying 24 AGM 158B Jassim-Yar cruise missiles. Total ordnance, 432 precision-guided weapons. Targets preloaded. Chinese air bases, naval facilities, command centers. Authorization granted from Indopacom Commander at 12:03 p.m. Launch sequence initiated. Missiles released from 290 miles offshore. Chinese early warning radar detected launch signature. Scrambled J, 20 fighters from 3 air bases. Activated HQ, 9 surface-to-air missile batteries. Prepared for incoming assault, but the assault came from different direction. While 1BS released decoy missiles northward. USS Ohio, SSGN 726, fired from submerged position 73 nautical miles southeast of Hong Kong. Guided missile submarine carrying 154 Tomahawk Block V cruise missiles. 36 Tomahawks launched in 4 minutes. Sea skimming approach. Terrain following flight profile. Targeting Eastern Theater Command headquarters in Nanjing. Naval bases in Zhoushan and Ningbo. Air defense coordination centers across coastal provinces. Missiles struck at 12:47 p.m. Ningbo Naval Base Command Center destroyed by 4 Tomahawks. Building collapsed, communication severed, casualty reports immediate. Zhoushan submarine pens hit by 8 missiles. Piers demolished. Maintenance facilities obliterated. 3 Type 093 submarines under refit, destroyed in dock. Eastern Theater Command headquarters in Nanjing struck by 6 missiles. Underground facility penetrated. Command disrupted. Beijing descended into chaos. Chinese military communication networks overwhelmed. Casualty reports flooding command centers. Type 055 Nanchang sinking stern first. 347 sailors abandoning ship. Type 055 Lhasa dead in water. Uncontrollable fires. 89 confirmed dead. For submarines destroyed with all hands. 12 mobile missile launchers eliminated. 3 major naval facilities crippled. Fighter aircraft grounded due to damaged runways. Air defense network fragmented. American casualties, 0. This is total American victory. The timeline compressed devastatingly. 11:51 a.m., Chinese attack initiated. 11:58 a.m., American counterstrike launched. 12:11 p.m., first Chinese submarine destroyed. 12:21 p.m., mobile missile launchers obliterated. 12:47 p.m., strategic facility struck. 56 minutes from Chinese aggression to operational collapse. Final accounting reveals the asymmetry. Chinese forces committed 12 DF, 21D ballistic missiles, 8 YJ, 18 cruise missiles for Type 093 submarines, 2 Type 055 destroyers, 12 mobile missile launchers, support vessels, air defense units. American forces engaged, 1 carrier strike group, 3 attack submarines, 8 F-35C fighters, 8 F divided by -18E fighters, 1P 8A Poseidon, 18B, 1B bombers, 1 guided missile submarine. Chinese losses catastrophic. 2 capital warships destroyed. For submarines eliminated, 673 confirmed dead. 12 strategic missile launchers annihilated. 3 naval bases severely damaged. Theater command disrupted. Operational capability degraded by estimated 40% in Eastern Theater. American losses, 0 personnel casualties. 17 interceptor missiles expended. 484 offensive weapons deployed. USS Ronald Reagan undamaged, continuing operations. Strike group maintained full combat readiness throughout engagement. The lesson Beijing learned in 56 minutes. American carrier strike groups don't operate alone. They deploy with overwhelming defensive and offensive capability. They're supported by attack submarines, strategic bombers, fifth-generation fighters, satellite networks, global command infrastructure. Attack one element. Face total system response. Chinese military command stood down all operations by 1:43 p.m. emergency communications sent through back-channel diplomatic networks. Beijing claimed training exercise miscommunication. Washington rejected explanation. President addressed nation at 8 p.m. Eastern. Message clear. Unprovoked attack on American forces met with decisive response. Freedom of navigation operations continue. Carrier strike groups remain on station. Never attack American carriers. Never threaten American sailors. Never mistake restraint for weakness. This is the South China Sea. This is USS Ronald Reagan. This is American naval dominance demonstrated in broad daylight, with the entire world witnessed. 56 minutes from first missile launch to total operational victory. The fastest, most complete defensive success in carrier strike group history. Total American victory.